Hi, my name is Beth Scott. Thank you for this opportunity for me to share a little bit about me with you. I like to think of myself as a well-rounded educator. I began my career as an educator in the classroom, where I enjoyed a long, rewarding career, first as a middle school teacher and then later as a high school English teacher. And I taught in the states of Illinois and Texas. My experience in Texas led me to the next phase of my role as an educator, as a content development specialist. And as a specialist, I moved into a directorship where I worked with states throughout the United States on their state assessments and working with teacher committees to form those items that were characteristic of the kinds of things that they wanted for the students in their particular districts in that state. This role then led me to my next role as a national educational consultant. In this role, I really took advantage of a lot of knowledge, a wealth of knowledge from both the classroom and my role as a director for content development, and could share those strategies with teachers as I coached and modeled in their classrooms with their students. As a national consultant, I trained teachers on our programs and products and shared my wealth of knowledge in terms of classroom strategies with them, and that was quite rewarding for me. My philosophy of education, starting back in my years as a classroom teacher, I always encourage my students to ask questions, to ask why, to go beyond the obvious and look deeper into a story maybe, or a character, or something just happening in the school, and understand why things happen and make connections. I spend quite a bit of time working with them to help them understand the appropriate times and the appropriate ways to ask why. And it was amazing how many of them began to explore and discover new things about themselves because they asked the questions and they wanted to know more. So that level of curiosity was very much a part of their learning experience. I took that philosophy, I believe, into my role as a consultant as I began to work with teachers, because I wanted to give them a level of comfort to really draw from my experience, but also question a lot of my strategies and ideas so that they could make sure that I understood where they were coming from, so to speak, that their experience was probably different than mine, and I needed to be able to help them make those connections. So I encouraged that with them as well, and gave them that level of comfort where they knew I did not shy away from being questioned or having them ask me why. I think that my career as an educator, starting from the classroom, moving into my role in content development, and then my later role as a consultant, all have served me quite well. I enjoy my work as an educator and look forward to continuing it. Thank you again for this opportunity.